Well, it is Furry Friday, and we've all seen how CPR can save lives, but it can also save your pet. Joining me now is Cynthia Bullock, the Executive Director and founder of the Harley's Hope Foundation, along with Kyle Blanchard. And you guys are here to demonstrate pet CPR. Who knew? So first off, how do you know when a pet is in need of CPR?
Well, there's an assessment process called the ABCs, which Kyle's going to demonstrate for us. So for the purposes of this demonstration, if we assume the dog is unconscious, he is going to start by checking the animal's airway to make sure there are no foreign bodies that are obstructing the airway.
And if they're, you just do the finger scoop?
Right, and you want to make sure that the finger is bent so you're not poking anything farther down into the airway. Pulling the tongue slightly forward. Once he's done that, he moves on to breathing, and you can do that simply by listening to the animal or by placing your hand on the rib cage and checking for the rise and fall. The third part of the assessment is circulation, and so what we're doing here is checking the femoral artery up high on the inside of the leg to feel for a pulse.
Okay.
In the absence of a pulse and breathing, that's when you know to start doing CPR.
And we're going to do that, right?
We're going to do that. So it starts just like with human CPR. It's going to start with a rescue breath. And with an animal, you're going to place your mouth over their nose and breathe into the nostril. If it's a smaller animal, you're going to put your mouth around the entire muzzle and breathe in. And then he's going to start with compressions, hand over hand, using the heel of the hand on the widest part of the rib cage. And if this animal were alive, you would simply move the foreleg back until the elbow met the body, and that's where you do the compressions. So it is 5 compressions to 1 rescue breath. And what you want to do is to do it quickly enough that you can do 100 compressions in a minute, stopping every 2 to 3 minutes to check for pulse and breathing. And you're going to continue this rhythm back and forth until the animal regains consciousness. You can get to a veterinary professional, or until you surpass 20 minutes, because once you've passed 20 minutes and they haven't come around, it's too late to do anything else.
And you can do this with cats as well.
Absolutely. If you're doing this with a cat or a small dog, instead of pushing down on that fragile little rib cage, you would place a hand under and one over, and you would compress together about a ½ an inch. And the rest of the assessment remains the same.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming and showing us that. And of course, if you want to know more, they actually are offering a class. Let's put all the information on your screen. You're going really in depth into this. It's October 25th, $55, and this is to learn how to do animal CPR on dogs and cats, right?
Well, and it's actually everything from what is normal for your animal to how to treat shock, choking, and CPR.
Wonderful. And the email, you'll want to email them to reserve a spot. That's info@harleys-hopefoundation.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you.